Hello cats and kittens, Mama Cat Gamer here again with Gav Tia in our playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. We've just finished A Realm Reborn. We're just getting started in the post-ARR quest line. Last night I got Gav some armor upgrades with the Tomestones of Poetics. I'm gonna go see if I can glamour plate this. Yes, much nicer. You look kind of silly with that dog collar thing going on. Cats don't wear collars like that. Let's see. We need to speak with the Hunt Master at Maelstrom Command. We have a few things to do. Since we're here in Limsa, we'll talk to them. Primal Fear, we have to talk with Lewin at the Seat of the Great Bow. I believe that's in Gridania. Yes, it's in Gridania. In the Archers Guild. Now that we have flying unlocked finally, it'll make getting these pieces of the past items much easier, so we'll probably tackle that. I'm gonna do the Dragoon quests, and because I want to have that finished off before we enter into Heavensward. And once you enter into Heavensward, we'll kind of have an idea of why we want to do that. So, I don't want to give you any spoilers. Trauma Queen. We gotta go to Camp Bronze Lake in Thanalin. Alright, so let's get going on today's adventures. I'll probably be taking a few brief breaks because I have to make some Stollen today for Christmas. And you really need to actually get that started several weeks before because it needs to sit and mellow for a few weeks to kind of bring out all the flavors. Plus, I got to send them to family, and they're not in town. Here's our Hunt Master. Care to sign on to Hunt? Excellent, excellent. You appear suitably flinty-eyed and rough-knuckled. Bear with me as I cover the basics. The hunt board is your first step, quite so. These bills you see, each one represents a mark that can be hunted for bounty. Your keen eyes will have noticed that there are not one, but two kinds of bills, regular and elite. The latter is rather more challenging, and before you go after one of them, you may want to consult a hunter-scholar. These people are veterans of the hunt and can recite the Raimdel Codex by heart. I have no idea what the Raimdel Codex is. It sounds very, very knowledgeable. Very scholarly. The rest is straightforward. Slay the mark, complete the hunt. For each kill, you'll receive a sum in allied seals, which can be used to purchase exclusive wares. I hope you won't hesitate to return. In addition to exchanging the seals for rewards, I am ever ready to explain the hunt in greater detail. The best of luck to you, adventurer, till sea swallows all, and take heart. I've heard it said that many go to the hunt and most return alive. Let me eat some eggs, too. I didn't get any XP off of that, but I would have missed out on, the 3% buff. Allied seals. They're a type of common currency minted by the three grand companies forming the Eorzean Alliance. The seals are most commonly distributed as rewards for tracking down and slaying marks designated in the realm-wide hunt. Mark bills posted once a day, Earth time, and elite mark bills posted once a week, Earth time, can be accepted at hunt boards located across Eorzea. Completing the objectives on these bills will present you with the opportunity to earn even more allied seals. They can be exchanged for various weapons and items. Speak with a hunt bill master for further details. So these usually are items you can find in, or not items, monsters. And they're easy enough to find. The wiki has some great items. Small talk. Allied seals, Maelstrom. Oh. These are decent for glamour. All right, the stats aren't that great. That's okay looking. That could be okay. Skill coat, skill speed is plus 70. Those stats aren't a lot actually. Riviera striking dummy. Okay. If you have a house. Yeah, you can turn them in for ventures, tickets, other items. A lot of these you can get with storm seals also. We might do them. You can see the button here. It opens the map and it tells you the general location where they're at. Monarch Ogrefly. It's not going to give you the exact location. Alright, if we happen to come across them, we'll kill them. If we don't, we won't. I think we've done everything here that we need to do. I want to find pieces of the past. I'm going to go to Quarry Mill. Go fly over that. The nice thing is you can fly over a bunch of enemies and not aggro them, which is the big advantage of doing this right after you get flying. So if you get on your mountain and you just hit jump, it'll send you into the air. Oh, those are on my hunt log too. Nice. Well, let's actually hop down and kill these. Didn't we luck out here? To kill 5 of these. Okay, see we can oop. Get that item right there. Now we're going to go to East Shroud. I mean, if you like the extra XP, it's worth doing it before you get flying, but it's like way more convenient to do it after you've picked up flying, obviously. Because you can drive there straight instead of having to run through all of the paths and fight all the enemies and all that jazz. So I'm always up for new recipes. As, you know, a mama who cooks. So, if you have a favorite Christmas cookie or Hanukkah cookie, holiday cookie of any kind, post me a link in the comments below, because I love hearing my favorite. I'll see if I can put a few in there too. Oh, There's another hunt log thing. Oh, I gotta have 3 of those. Okay. I'm gonna come back here because I think I also have this on my hunt log. For my, I think I have it on my hunt log for my Dragoon, too. Sylphlan's Sentinel. Oh, we had to kill those screeches. Okay, how nice. That was convenient. I knew I had multiple things on there. I have to find a Sylphlan's Sentinel. I may have one more of these size or something to kill. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I need that condor. Who knew I would run into so many things on this hunt log right here? Oh my goodness, I have to kill 5 of these. Oh, this up here. This is really cool. If you ever desire to have a wedding with have one of your characters, to be specific, wed another character in game, this is where you come for the ceremony. Really a neat ceremony. Tyrius got married to another toon in our FC. And it was a pretty little ceremony. The biggest buff you get is you get a nice little mount, really cute 2-person mount. You get some nice outfits, and it's a fun ceremony. Just really a lot of fun. You do not have to be romantic partners. The biggest benefit is you can quick travel to each other with this eternity ring. So that's really nice. Lark's Call. You know what? I want to do the rest of these later. Seeing as we found everything. Okay. We are going back to New Gridania. Have to go to the Archers Guild. We're going to talk to Bowlord, and then we will go over to talk to Jahantel, probably, if I remember right. Bowlord Lewin is... Oh, let's see what Silvera has to say. I pray you do not take excessive pride in your achievements. Accomplished though you may be, your archery is far from perfect. Alas, Lee's training demands my undivided attention. You will have to wait your turn, Gav. Ever the stuffy guy. Wonder what Pierce has to say. Only those of the gods' quiver are permitted past this point. I suggest you step away from the doors. Well, I'm allowed in. I love their hats, but then the bard hats are great, but then I can't see their faces, and it just drives me crazy because, you know, I spent a lot of time making the faces really pretty. Really handsome, actually, in this case. Tia, I've heard much of your deeds in recent days. You come to lend your strength to the primal investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. Lord Loon would have you ascertain the veracity of the ominous rumors circulating about Gridania of late. I shall proceed directly to the matter at hand. Though still unsubstantiated, ill rumors stir amongst the townspeople of late, rumors of a shadow-clad knight who rides in the shroud. Under normal circumstances, I would pay such idle ghost stories little heed. This time, however, we have reason to suspect. But we have naught to gain by rushing to judgment. I would have you go to the streets, Tia, speak with the people, and hear their words with your own ears. Gather information from residents of Gridania. What does Lee have to say about Silver? Just once I'd like to pass a day without being lectured on my form. But like it or not, I'm stuck with that bloody wildwood. You can pick your friends, but not your family, you know? Those two deserve each other. In a good way. Chance de Loup, the ghost knight. I saw him, clad from head to toe in armor that seemed forged from shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hellsborn steed. Mark my words, the trees themselves were quivering in fear that night. I've not slept a wink since I returned. Alright, everything seems to be by the Aetheryte. Okay, so we will go over to the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh, you can see Rowena's representative, Sundry Splendors, now shows up. Once you unlocked Tomestones of Poetics, these representatives became available. They aren't just in Mordona, so you can go to any city-state and talk to them there. And as you advance in your MSQ, the future city-states for each expansion will also have one show up at the end of doing the MSQ for those expansions. Okay. Teta Sosa said, "Yeah, don't sneak up on me like that, friend. Forgive me, ever since espying a glimpse of that ghastly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. I knew the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come." Okay. We haven't spoken to Onoran since the very start of our adventure together. I saw him clear as day, or clear as night, you might say, with my own 2 eyes. More fishsome than the rider was his ghastly steed. I know not where you've traveled, but I can assure you, you've not seen more frightening a beast. One thing I can tell you, friend, that was no spectre or shadow. Nay, he was as solid as you or me. Okay. And a bit more running here to do. Talk to Aiden. Yes, I saw the Black Knight, after which I promptly fled for my dear life. Should you end up in my position, you'd be wise to do the same. I have my pride, but I'm not fool enough to cast my life away. Besides, one look was enough to know this is a manifestation of pure evil. Were he to turn that massive sword against Gridania, all of our lances as one could not hope to stand in his way. Okay. Let's see what these traders have. Oh. Okay. If you ever lose your starter gear, okay, you can talk to these. There's one in each main city. There's Black Rabbit traders in here. I think it's Calamity Salvager in the other cities. But it has your starter gear if you accidentally ever lose it. All right. Or if you change, say you use a Fantasia and change your race, you can come back to pick up the gear for that race too. This is some gardening stuff. So if you ever get your own apartment or house, you can use that to grow some items. Then they have some cute little bouquets also. You can set on your tabletop, so. All right. Oh, they also have cloves here. I didn't know that. Very good. All right, report your findings to Lewin. Yes, we want to proceed. A knight clad in shadow-forged armor, a mammoth sword, and Hellsborn steed. It is clear now. Our worst forebodings have proven most unfortunately prescient. Bowar Lewin would seek the counsel of others. A ghostly knight atop his baleful steed. It is as I feared. The rumors bear a most inauspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the dark divinity. It is my suspicion that the dark horseman of rumor is indeed Odin, and furthermore that this malevolent presence is a primal, and yet before the god's quiver takes action, I would seek the counsel of one versed in the holy writings. Make for Quarry Mill and seek out brother Oapesi. I would know what he knows, and be swift, Tia. If Odin is truly come to the shroud, time is not on our side. Alright, let's see where we gotta go there. I believe we have to go to Quarry Mill anyway to talk to Jahantel. Wait a minute. Oh wow, that made a glow kind of cool sound there. I didn't know it did that. Nice. I am Oap Pesi, and you must be the adventurer I have been expecting. Ah yes, Odin, the dark divinity. Bo Lord Lewin is understandably distressed at his arrival. As one who has read the scriptures, however, I am not entirely surprised. Odin, as the ancient writings have it, rode forth into our world, wielding a dark blade capable of cleaving earth and the heavens. By his fell blade did perish Earth herself, and countless multitudes of her people. At long last a great hero of Alag did arise to do battle with the dark god. Odin was slain, and his spirit sealed within a forest spring. For years, this was thought to be a mere wives' tale, a ghost story told by mothers to frighten their young ones into obedience. But recent archaeological studies at Allagan ruins have unearthed damning evidence of the contrary, and now these rumors... The scriptures claim that the dark divinity slumbers in Earth's fount, deep in the heart of the shroud, where the power of a crystal confines him. I have ventured into the forest and seen the crystal with my own eyes, but that was many years ago. It is entirely within the realm of possibility that something has gone terribly awry, and the fetters of crystal confine the dark divinity no longer. I would send you to Earth's fount to investigate the matter, but be forewarned, your path will not be an easy one. Should any evil spirits stand in your way, the water of cleansing should avail you. And he hands us cleansing water. Go over to Jahantel. Look, Jahantel, we're even flying now. So, you have returned, sound of body and mind, I trust, and you bear the 4 parts of the choral attire. I knew you for the true owner of these garments ere I heard your song. Since the day we met, your determination has reminded me of much that I have lost and would have again. I have at last settled my heart on a matter that has plagued me for some decades. When my preparations are complete, you shall know of my decision. Until then, may your song lift the spirits of your allies, and your arrows seek the hearts of your foes. Jahantel wishes to bestow upon you the final garment of the choral attire. You've done well, my young apprentice. In returning with the choral attire, you have affirmed my faith in you. I see no further reason to withhold from you the existence of the final piece in the set, the piece that has brought us together. Listen well, Gav. When I put down my bow, I vowed never again to set foot in the Twelveswood. That I now forsake my oath is for no other reason than to impart my knowledge to one that would succeed me. Lest you wonder why I should deem that so important, permit me to relate to you an event which brought about a great change in me. My most recent journey had taken me to Ul'dah, where I found myself ambling through the marketplace early one morn. Browsing the wares on display, mine eyes were met with a relic from my past. A piece from the choral attire that I had discarded decades before, countless malms away. I felt at once that it was not mere chance that had reunited me with it, and put forth the coin with nary a pause. Holding the garment in my hands, I resolved to find a worthy heir to my legacy. Alas, no sooner had I arrived in the Twelveswood than I found myself mobbed by archers seeking to hone their skills. Amongst those who came, not a one showed the least interest in poetry and verse. Sorely discouraged and regretting my decision, I made to strike camp and leave the 12's once more, never to return. It was then that you appeared, young one. When you expressed your desire to learn song, I could scarce contain my joy. Looking back, I am fully convinced that our meeting had been preordained. Your coming has instilled me with the courage to attend that matter of which I spoke earlier. I am ready. Ready to make a pilgrimage to the scene of my regiment's demise. Ever since that fateful day, I have been haunted by visions of my fallen comrades, torment graven upon their bloodied faces. Lost to hope, but too craven to end my own life, I wandered the land aimlessly, seeking a place to die, but the heavens denied me even that. Yet, just when it seemed that despair would draw me wholly back into its black abyss, never to emerge again, a melody resounded within me. It was then that I awakened to the power of song and found new purpose in life. I embarked upon a journey to master such verses as would bestow peace upon the fallen, that I may lay the tortured souls of my comrades to rest. It has taken long years, but now I believe I can offer a requiem worthy of my comrades. To do so, however, I require one last favor of you, Gav. I would have you escort me to the west of the observatorium in the Kurthus Central Highlands. It is there that we shall find the scene of my regiment's demise. Your presence kindles within me a courage I had thought lost. I would have none other by my side as I undertake this pilgrimage, now as I enter the most daunting stage of my life. Once you arrive, I ask that you pay your respects with another bouquet of Nemea lilies. When my requiem is sung, you shall have the final piece of the choral attire. Heed me, O puissant Althic. Reverse thee the dance of the stars athwart the night sky, that we might ease the suffering of souls long departed. All right. Gotta go to Earth's Fount. Let's do that. If I'd known I was going to have to do that, I would have picked up that quest. Oh, I wonder what's in here. Nothing. Okay. Alright, we are here at Earth's Seal. The last of the Alligans? I don't think so. What I'm doing there is just staying out of that stuff. Obtain the Sundered Binding Stone. Okay, from Earth's Seal. Deliver the Sundered Binding Stone to Oap Pesi. Okay. Go back to Quarry Mill. The crystalline jail that held the dark divinity in check. Were you able to ascertain what has become of it? The stone may have been the only thing preventing the Elder Primal Odin's return to Eorzea, and now the stone is destroyed. Okay. Magical energy still remains in the stone, though its powers have grown dim. What's more, behold how the stone has been cleaved clear in twain by Odin's fell blade. There can be no doubt. Yes, there can be no doubt as to the identity of our unwelcome guest, and yet it is all most curious. If the dark divinity rides free, why does he tarry in the shroud? Any road, you are to be commended for your bravery, adventurer. Simi is preparing a report on this very matter as we speak. I would be most grateful if you could share your findings with her as well. Report to Simi. Oh, I think Simi's up top. Yep, there is Simi. Tread lightly, outsider. I'm watching you. I just saved Eorzea for you, please. So, it is indeed as we feared. The seal of Earth's fount has been broken, and the dark divinity rides again. I must draft a report immediately. I don't think any of this is actually better than what I got. Nope. Let's, take the Elegant gold piece. All you want to know about Odin. Simi would entrust you with the delivery. Your assistance in the investigation has proven invaluable, adventurer. You have our thanks. With your aid, I have finally managed to complete my report. A thorough survey of all eyewitness reports, along with the most credible theories regarding the Dark Divinity's presence in the Shroud. I intend to deliver copies of the report to Brother Oet Pessi and Beau Lord Lewin myself. The Scions, too, will no doubt be eager to learn of our findings. I would be most appreciative if you could deliver a copy to Urianger in my stead. My duties demand that I remain composed, but in all truth, I fear for the fate of our people. Should the time come that the Dark Divinity draws his blade against Gridania, promise me that we can count on your aid. Alright. We're going to take a break for a little bit and come back to this real soon. Alright, welcome back, cats and kittens. I got the dough made for the Stolen. So, I'm going to let that rise for about an hour and a half, so I'm going to game because I can. Alright, peeps. We need to go to the Waking Sands, Price of Principles. Gotta talk to all these people. Gotta talk to Urianger. Gotta talk to Urianger. Let's talk to Abatsi Chirachi. Get that done. I want to get some MSQ done. Then we'll go tackle the job quest for level 50. You guys have no idea how happy I am to have flying back. If you never know what you're missing, you know, it's one thing, but it's quite another when you've gotten flying and then you have it taken away. You're one of Aline's, aren't you? That one's got a ghost in her attic, you know. Keeps sending other adventurers to that damn place she calls Palace, thinking you're going to bring her feller back. 'Twas 7 of us that day. One of them her feller. My best friend was another. As soon as we walked in, a tonberry attacked. It was dark, and we couldn't get purchase on the floor, for 'twas covered in lake slime, then in blood. What's more there to say? Only Aline and I made it out by the grace of the 12. Everyone else is dead. Think I'd leave him behind? Leave my brother by another blood if I hadn't seen what the tonberry left? I saw no treasure there, only death. Send me a piece. You still want to see for yourself? That's your business. I'll ferry you there, for my adventuring days are over, and I'm the boatman of this lake. She thinks they all live, you see, all 5 of them hiding from the tonberry somewhere in the palace. She tried to flee the infirmary. She told folk about her friends needing rescuing. Then she got sly. Oh, poor lost Aline. I'm not sure what to take here. Well, let's take a tank ring. Some of these are unlocking new trials and new dungeons, which will be nice because when you only have a few to do in the duty roulettes, it's kind of tedious. All right, we are going back to the Waking Sands finally. Oh, Nedric's got another one for us. So does Wistful Whitebeard. Blue Quest Abound. Ghosts of Amdapur. Nedric Ironhead has information that is certain to set your heart to racing. If you don't mind my saying, it seems to me you've been wanting for stimulation of late. No, not really, we aren't. We'd like a nice, boring adventure. Not really. Aye, the air of torpor about you is quite palpable. Adventurers are as next of kin to explorers, my friend. Like us, you need regular doses of excitement, else you'd like to shrivel up and die. I would hate to see that happen to you, so I will tell you of a place that will surely set your heart to racing, Amdapur Keep. 'Tis a ruined fortress situated in the South Shroud, dating back to the 5th Astral Era. If the thought of delving into the past sets your loins afire... Yeah, if your loins are afire, you need to see your doctor. Alright, if the thought of delving into the past sets your loins afire, the keep will surely serve to quench it. The entrance is watched by a wood whaler named Maxine. Give her my name, and she will tell you all you need to know. The weaponsmith of legend. Nedric appears concerned about your equipment. How fares the adventuring of late? Your gear holding up against the rigors of the trade? Make no mistake, my friend, the quality of your weapon may well prove the difference between life and death. If you're serious about such things, there's someone I can introduce you to. Her name is Rowena. She's a collector of all manner of rare artifacts. She just might have something in her stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Ul'dah, but has since relocated to Revenant's Toll so as to be nearer to the ancient ruins from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever have reason to go there, you'll do well to pay her a call. Okay. Wistful Whitebeard. Ah, nothing like staring out at the sea to bring an old man back to his glory days. Aye, the good old times, when his whole life still lay ahead of him, and the greatest adventures were yet to be had. Ah, don't you know better than to sneak up on your elders like that, young'un? Are you trying to send me to an early grave? Well, not early as such. But don't tell me. I can see it just from the look of you. You're an adventurer, and an accomplished one at that, yes? Aye, you may not be the graybeard I am, but I reckon you've a memory or two you'd be keen on remembering. So what say you join me for a while before you return to the road? After all, sometimes reflecting on the past can be just what you need to discover the path you'd forge into the future. Oh, New Game Plus unlocked. Yay! You now have access to the New Game Plus system. This allows you to relive the adventures of your past by replaying previous quests with your current character data. To replay old quests with New Game Plus, open the New Game Plus interface located under Duty in the main menu, and select the chapter you'd wish to experience anew. Please note that special rules and conditions will apply when replaying quests with New Game Plus. For detailed information, please review the help text in the New Game Plus menu. Okay, so if there's some quests that are, not every quest is in there, right? But if there's some adventure that you just went, wow, that's great, or you kind of felt rushed through it and you didn't get to see everything that you wanted to see, you certainly can go through it with New Game Plus. So. See what Tataru has to say. The Garlean threat may have abated, but there is no end to the work we Scions do. In our own unique way, may every one of us continue striving to make a better Eorzea. Tataru, you do that awesomely. You're the financial glue that holds the entire organization together. Let's see what Elfino has to say. The nerve of some petitioners engaging us as if we were a band of common mercenaries. I should be glad to refuse them all without a second thought. You are such a smug little bugger. Not sure if Minfilia has anything to say here. I confess I am conflicted. It may be wise to consult with the others. Okay. Y'shtola has something to say. Recall our meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Lominzans sent word of the summoning of Titan? Then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Murlvib that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds and that the beastmen had justly responded. That we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lominzans to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. See what Ida has to say. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalymo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? So much has happened in this place. If the walls could talk such tales, they would be able to tell. Oh, I wonder what Y'shtola has to say at the moment. In bringing this struggle against the Empire to a decisive end, the nations of Eorzea spent much of their military strength. I fear the beast tribes have caught scent of this temporary weakness and will give us scant leave to rest. A hero's work is never done, Gav. Papalymo. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles? Neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Just when we dared to believe that peace had arrived, another primal awakens. I say, has there ever been rest for the weary? No, not really. I should have done something, done anything, but I didn't, and now Abba and Aliar. I will not let it be for nothing. I will earn this. Okay. Urianger. Let's turn all these in. All you wanted to know about Odin. Gav, I am most heartened by thy safe return. Wert thou able to cast light on the shadows that haunt the shroud? Whoa, kitty. You scared me. My cat tried to jump up on the desk. Scared the snot out of me. The Odin Report, a list documenting all recent sightings of the Elder Primal Odin. So it is true. Having awakened from nigh eternal slumber, the dark divinity now rides free in the shroud. Whilst you were afield, I immersed myself in the scriptures. The more I scoured the words, the more I did realize that the writings draw heavily upon Allegan historical chronicles. Excuse me while my cat joins us. Come on, Jakey. Well, come on. You want to get up. Come on. Yeah, you're such a good boy. Come on. You know you want to get up. Whilst you were afield, I immersed myself in the scriptures. The more I scoured the words, the more I did realize that the writings drew heavily upon Allegan historical chronicles. History is quite a fascinating beast, is it not? One nation's glory is another's suffering, one nation's great hero, another's most abhorrent villain. I mean not to speak in platitudes. Right. I mean not to speak in platitudes, only to say that there is never but a single side to any story, even a story that is presented as historical fact. To what end did the great hero of Allag seal Odin in a jail of crystal? What impels the dark divinity to ride once again? Cast thine light on the shadows of history, friend, that we might be delivered from the darkness. Alright, I'll pick crit. Because that, if any of them are going to sell at grade 3, it'll be the crit ones. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beastman, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Amalja, who may have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. Okay. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioner's machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. Not if Tataru has anything to say about it. As one age endeth, and another doth arise, so do our struggles wax and wane. What wouldst thou ask of me? How fares the realm? Souls from ether far, strangers from strange lands. Yester with thine eyes, morrow by thine hands. By my reckoning, these words from the divine chronicles tell of the warriors of light. With cloudless vision of the past, they forged the way into the future. Mine interpretation, it ringeth true with that which I have witnessed. What are the primals? Threatened are we by the deities of 3 tribes. If desperate strength be the catalyst for such travesty, then that self-same strength shall be the means by which we shall conquer it. Mayest thy vaunted strength bring thee victory o'er the beastmen's savage gods. Alright. Thancred. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is, what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Gav. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Alright, Thancred now has a blue quest for us. Ifrit bleeds, we can kill it. Thancred wants you to vanquish Ifrit and has information that will help you to arrange an encounter. Confirmation has just arrived from the Immortal Flames. 'Tis as Urianger said, I fear. The Amalja have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldesion insisted that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everyone's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Do you have anything else? Believe me, I am quite eager to resume active duties and redeem my good name, but I have not forgotten that similar sentiments nearly led me to my doom once before. I will not question the wisdom of our Baldesian colleagues. They have bid me rest, and so I shall. Well, Thancred, you're actually growing in some wisdom there, man. Can't burn the candle at both ends forever. At some point, you run out of a wick. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I, too, have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Gav. Elfino, Gav, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite? They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. Minfilia says, as you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Elfino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. Alphino says, the decision is yours to make, antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphino. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Alphino says, your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Ooh, she put him down, didn't she? Or tried to. Oh, I didn't have my eggs on. Put them back on. Well, hi, Jakey. Hey, buddy. Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. This is the cooking sherry. We're going to get cooking sherry for this. This one's titled Moving On. Leave Ul'dah? Has it truly come to this? Oh, Gav, pray attend to Alphino. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphino waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Have you been keeping well, Gav? We may have earned ourselves a respite, but there is still much and more to do. Together, let us continue to shine the crystal's light upon Eorzea. That's awesome. You gonna come join me again? Come on. You gonna come up? Come on. You know you want to get up again. Come on. You're such a good boy. My hair is caught. Okay. Alphino says, confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamine was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent and such beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Okay, Jakey. Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, But as Flamine's absence stretched for months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamine is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliad, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lanosia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Jejeruju as to the veracity of these rumors. All right. Speak with Swift at Hall of Flames. Speak with Maxine at Amdapor Keep. Let's speak with Master Jejeruju in Costa del Sol. Does Alvino have to say, you've arrived. Let us see if Master Jejeruju can shine any light onto the rumors concerning Flamine. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's bane! Gav, what brings you to my humble resort? Flamine? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. What a horny devil there. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. Tragedy. Elfino says, west, is it? Thank you, Master Jejeruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. I wonder if he has anything else to say about it. Alright. Nope, he only has a mission to give us. See if there's anything in this area. Speak with Swift at the Hall of Flames. That's in Thanalan. Okay. Actually, we could just go up to Wineport. Alright. Her husband had left. I meant no harm, sir. Okay. Well, if it isn't Gav, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly. I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. You want to know if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of Flamine? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Speak with Shamani Lomani. I see you have had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Gav. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to cross the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers, which grow in the shade of the cliff, have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Okay, same thing there. All right. Aha. Summon our chocobo, just in case. Moldy sneeze. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had roused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend, says Alphino. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume, Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Flamine says, not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, says Alphino. More than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forests of Nosnosia aside, when exactly will the time be right? Flamine says, when I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers to use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? Alfino says, my apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say. Oh, saw that my companion got XP. I wonder if he has skills available. No, not yet. So when your companion gets up to level 10, and mine is not, he's level 8.5 or so. When you get up to 10, you can actually level your chocobo up to level 20, but you have to use the Thavnarian onion every time you fill up the bar to allow it to advance to the next bar. So when I get him fully to level 10, I'll have to use the Thavnarian onion to unlock level 11. Those are not cheap. Flamine says, rescued yet again from the jaws of a ravenous gubu. How quickly we forget the lessons of the past. Though I was not solely to blame for that foolishness. Alfino, this is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Well, you know, sometimes things happen. What do we want here? I'll do the casting band. Despite her years of nomadism, it would seem Lady Flamine has kept a close eye on the affairs of our order. Surprisingly close, in fact. Suffice to say, she is nothing if not resourceful. One does not develop such skills without effort or without reason. Flamine says she's made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, right? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Alfino says, understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Oh, nice. Why can't they port us there when we need to be there? No, we gotta go run around all over the BFE. Antecedent, you have a guest, says Alfino. Lamine! Asilia? Tataru says quietly, kind of sotto voce, I haven't seen her like this in years, Gav. She's wiping tears away there. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? Flamine says, the Imperials came for me and I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work, and continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Acelia. I learned from the best, says Minfilia. Flamine says, I have a gift for you. Minfilia. Celestia perfume? You remembered. Flamine says, how could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. Minfilia says, I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. Flamine says, it was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Gav, however. I would not have made it without him. Thank you, Gav. Thank you both, says Minfilia. Flamine says, there's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All those years you kept it. Minfilia says, my father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. Alphino says, I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. Minfilia replies, one of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? Flamine says, no, Acelia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much farther you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Acelia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamine! You built it once, Acelia. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldecion. Preparations begin at once. I didn't see when Tataru came in. All right. I'm going to take the bronze pieces. So Tataru's in the cutscene, but she's not around now, okay. Maybe she walked out with Flamine and Alphino after a bit. Laying the foundation. Minfilia would share with you the latest news on the Scions' imminent relocation. Minfilia says, "It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible." Alphino says, "You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent." "Really, Alphino, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these." "Indirectly, perhaps," says Alphino, "I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone." This is like, we're going to entrust it to a teenager, okay. "May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll." "It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization." Alphino says, There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so." Minfilia says, "It does." The emissary says, "Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Gav, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaftborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long." Well, since we're moving everything there, probably will. Minfilia says, Well, well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Gav. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care." Minfilia says, Gav, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. You're here. Good. I come bearing news, says Alfino. The negotiations are concluded. Minfilia says, and? Alfino says, our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Bordona, the Rising Stones. Yay! Everybody's cheering. Y'shtola says, a bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. Thancred. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? Uriage just grins. Minfilia says, I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Alfina says, are you sure that is wise, antecedent? Minfilia says, if anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Yay! Papalimo says, well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. Ida says, and the people have a right to know who saved them. Minfilia, it is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of you, we who have felled primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Gav's going, no problem. We got this. We got this. I'm a cat with all the answers. Minfilia says, great, I say, yet no greater than us. And we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. Tataru says, there must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I could ask Flamine to teach me the basics of mining too. Tataru's gonna pick up some more skills, I guess. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alfino, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even our own. That's what you get when you have, plot. Yeah, he read the script ahead of time. That was it. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaftborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Gav. Does she have anything else? Have you been keeping well, Gav? We may have earned ourselves a respite, but there is still much and more to do. Together, let us continue to shine the crystal's light upon Eorzea. All right, deliver the documents to Slaftborn in Revenant's Toll. Okay. Sealed documents, so documents detailing the Scion's planned operations for the next several weeks. Alright, let's go to Revenant's Toll. Oh my goodness, look at all of these blue quests. Holy cow. A bunch. And we are going to pick them up because they unlock some pretty important things. Slapthorns. I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Gav. You have something for me, yes? Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. It's possibly a rival. Slapthorn would show you around the Scion's soon-to-be home in Revenant's Toll. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. But I jest. Okay, you're saying that a lot, Slapthorn. I don't know if you're jesting at this point. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road. Fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. May get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Tatari. Is that you, Gav? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Slapthorn says, is everything quite all right, friend? Can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Alright, we're going to take another break. Because I have to continue making the Stolen now that it's risen for a while. Actually, I'm going to pick up these blue quests and then we'll take a break. Alright. Outlandish Man. Legacy of Alag. An oddly garbed man visiting Revenant's Toll has some information that might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. Do I know you? Ah. Unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Gavtia himself. Amazing, and more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. But what is the little danger to a storied hero such as you? A man with absolute confidence in his own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. Yeah, right. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambros at St. Connix Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. All right. I believe that unlocks the alliance raids when we get far enough into it, which we eventually will actually have to do. We got a whole bunch of blue quests in here. My goodness. All right. Faisi. Blood for stone. The daughters of Ishgard have a wintry gaze, but Faisi looks upon you with something very like favor, alloyed with a certain urgency. I seek a certain adventurer for a cause most just. Are you not Gav? Ha! I thought you had the right aspect. 'Twas you who played the thief in the night at the stone vigil. The dragons guard their keep jealously, it said, but you slipped unseen into the cloudy fortress. 'Twill not be their keep for much longer, however. The forces of Ishgard amassed by the Sea of Clouds. Now, this is for your ears only, but the blockade is but a prelude to an attack. Lord Drillmont commands the siege, and he would have your counsel. I am but one of many who seek you at his behest. You must be a man of rare quality. The proud knights of Durandare are not accustomed to taking, let alone seeking, outside help. Ishgard's is the cradle air I breathed, and I yearn to see the stone vigil reclaimed from the Dravanian horde. Will you not go to Whitebrim Front and aid Lord Drillmont? Yeah, we will. Whoop, let's not get caught on a chair. Alice. Alice would like to introduce you to somebody. Okay. Your reputation precedes you, Gav. In fact, it's for that reason that I'd like to introduce you to someone. That minstrel at the end of the bar wandered in here the other day. Said he was seeking inspiration for a new ballad, the sort only an adventurer of distinction could provide. Who better than the man who saved the world to give this minstrel the stories he seeks, eh? Humor the gentleman, I say. Wandering minstrel, keeper of knowledge. Dawn may banish even the darkest night, yet ever shall primal desires burn. Two swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. Lest you wonder, these are the words of Archon Louisoix. While not written as poetry, I find poetry within them nonetheless. Years ago when I arrived in this land, I was beset with peril day and night, forced to endure countless trials which tested my mind, my body, and my faith. And I am not ashamed to admit that I would have faltered had it not been for the help of a handful of nameless adventurers, honest men and women who proffered the hand of friendship to a weary soul and led him safe from the darkness. When I look upon you, I am reminded of them. I can tell that you are well-traveled and possessed of both constancy and character. You are a man of the adventuring profession, yes? That bow on my hip ain't for show, man. The minstrel continues, I seek a valiant hero whose deeds might serve as inspiration, and I have reason to believe I have found him. After all, was it not you who faced Gaius von Belsar and his Allagan weapon? You must tell me everything that happened. Omit nary a single detail, I beg of you. And he of few words is able to tell the entire tale in about 2 sentences. Truly a tale worthy of legend, says the minstrel, and so eerily it matches the writings of Archon Louisoix. 2 swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. The Black Wolf was a conqueror who aspired to rule through might, and the weapon was key to his ambitions. Yet in the end, the people of Eorzea trusted their fates to a brilliant blade, the Warrior of Light. A rather fitting moniker, in my humble opinion. Thank you. It's better than Derplander, which he's called periodically. So, I'll take Warrior of Light over Derplander. Thank you. At last, I have found the inspiration I seek, a battle to decide the fate of a realm. The words, the notes, I feel them coming together. Your tale, Gavtia, your song. From an era long forgotten, a blade of midnight drawn, from a distant land uncharted, a warrior who bears the dawn. Ultima's Bane Ballad composed. Wonder if he has anything else to say. You desire an encore? Very well. It would be my pleasure. Gavtia, I give you Ultima's Bane. Yuga Bear. Oh my goodness. He has 3 of them for me. Out of sight, out of mind. Yuga Bear of Revenant's Toll has news he would share in the strictest of confidence. I've seen more and more visitors to this God's Forsaken place lately, most of them battle-hardened types seeking a worthy test of their mettle. I trust that I might count you among them. Look, you didn't hear this from me, but word has it that Copperbell mines are looking not unlike the 8th hell in recent days. The stone torches would have us believe that they have matters under control, but a minor acquaintance of mine would beg to differ. He says the torches have proven far more adept at quelling rumors than Hecate carries. If you catch my drift. I still don't know how to pronounce that word. Why do I betray this knowledge to you? I fear for my friend's life, and mine own as well, should those hulking monstrosities break free to the surface. If it's a challenge you seek, what say you accidentally find your way to Copperbell and proffer your services? I was trying to, target him and talk to him. The Wrath of Karn. Let's take off on the Wrath of Khan. Star Trek 2. Few things can match the ire of a brother riled, and how much greater the anger when there are 2 of them. There's an industrious ant, an adventurer in need of a bit of business, if I'm not mistaken. The anthill you want is Amagina and Sons mineral concern. Something's kicked it over good. They put out word for adventurers. Have skill, will move fast, that sort of thing. Perfect for you, I'll warrant. The client? A bit of a handful, might aggressive, but nothing you can't handle. The twins. You'll find them at the Miners Guild. Talk to Cesaruka. He's the milder of the 2. Yuga Bear has heard words of great deeds being done at Halatali and would share with you the tales of triumph. An adventurer who can hold his own in battle. It just so happens I've gotten word of a new challenge for one of your talents. Requires a bit of travel and a dash of heroics, but it'll be worth your while. Eastern Thanaland's lovely this time of the year. You've heard of the training grounds at Halatali, I'll wager. The place fell into disuse during the calamity, but some adventurer or another put it to rights. Its owners aim to train gladiators and adventurers once more, just as in the old days. A little paint, a little mass burial, a little mass burial. And now the place is ready to take on challengers. If you're at all keen on the notion, go and talk with my friend Arl down there. He'll get you in the door. Does he have anything else? Twins are far more fearsome in reputation than reality, or so some say. Go to the Miners Guild and speak with Cesaruku, the milder of the 2. Alright. What is bluesing? Oh, bluesing has 3 of them. Not easy being green. Oh, you have to do Wanderer's Palace before that. Okay. Curds and Slay. Rhymes with curds and whey. As bluesing eyes you from his corner, you get the impression that he has a dangerous task in mind. You're Gavtia by the Onion, the very man I see at Dristwhite's behest. How do I know the potbanger? Why, we trained together in the Culinarians Guild. He has a place in Costa del Sol now, the Flying Shark. Not the sharpest knife in the block is Durst the Daft, but he's loyal. He's got a friend out there by the name of Whiskate, and he seems to be in need of your help. What say you go look him up, eh? Sure. King of the Hull. Bluesing has the satisfied look of a man who has found that which he seeks. Your Gavtia by the Onion. I was hoping that you'd come by. Got a message from an old friend of mine. Needs your help for an important task, he says. It's a highly confidential business, so I can't give you his name. Let's just say he's well known in Limsa. Odds are you'll recognize him. Any road, I'm not at liberty to divulge anymore. If you've a mind to take on the task, head over to Limsa and seek out a bloke named Denston. That's not my friend, mind you, but one of his men. Bluzing has a favor to ask of you on behalf of an old friend. It's definitely pirates. By the Onion, you're Gav. You couldn't have come at a better time. A friend of mine sent word. Always his friends sending him word. That he needs a capable adventurer, you see, and I naturally thought of you. Who's this friend, you ask? Why, none other than Commodore Raynor of the Yellow Jackets. He and I met back when I first started out as a culinarian. And we've been best friends ever since. Any road, I'd appreciate it if you pay him a visit, inquire as to what he needs doing. You'll find him in the Coral Tower with his Yellow Jackets. I wonder how many Lorian will have for us, like 3. No, only 1, okay. Lorian of Revenant's Toll looks as if she's seen a ghost. Forgive me, friend. A most chilling encounter has my nerves on edge. I was traveling through the shroud when a man accosted me out of nowhere, his eyes darting wildly in fear. He spoke of a haunted mansion from which the tortured screams of young maidens can be heard day and night. Hawkett Manor, was it? Hawk Manor. Yes, what's that? You purged the self-same manse of its own holy inhabitants some time ago? That is curious indeed. The man recounted the events as if they had happened not days ago. While it would put my heart at ease to know his tale was but a fancy born of a few too many flagons of mead, the poor soul had not the air of a drunk or a liar. Perhaps you know someone who could shed light on the matter. Okay, so we haven't done Am to Poor Keep yet, so we can unlock some of those after we do that. It says no entry. Alright, that is it for the moment. And I will be back. Maybe later today, maybe not. I'm not sure. Because I got some more baking I gotta get done. It's Christmas time. I gotta do baking in the Mama Cat Gamer household. Don't worry, my family helps. Gotta feed the kittens and Papa Cat for some dinner, so I'm gonna sign out. Oh. Cat joke time. What do you give a cat with allergies? An antihistamine. Antihistamine. Yeah. It's terrible, I know. It's a Mama Cat Gamer joke. What can I say? Sign off. We'll see you soon. Have a great one. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for the notification, all that jazz. You know what to do and when to do it. Have a great night, everyone.